Hello, this is part 2 of my video which is being filmed the day after I filmed the original, as you can tell because there's some sunlight coming through about right there. But this is where I will be explaining the different enemy variants. Most of these are just roleplay, but I decided just to differentiate them. I have different overrides and stuff just so it would seem like they're different enemies, but they just really aren't. They're more or less the same. Okay, here we are. Zombies. Here's our fodder section. Here you can see our stats. The subject. These are not as common as the other cadavers, but they are stronger in many ways, such as having the mental capacity left in order to open doors and use weapons such as daggers and knives, and probably things like crossbows as well. And here's our overrides. Yeah, fuck. Excuse my language. The exposed. These are scientists and miners who have been bitten or died after years of exposure to the meteorite. They mutate heavily if not killed fast enough and can turn into many of the different variants of the fodder. Here are the overrides for that as well. And the former. These are the most common, and they're just like citizens who just so happen to have been bitten or had like minor exposure to the element. These cadavers are weaker than most, but are overwhelming in large numbers, and thus usually appear in large numbers, usually groups of 6 at a time. So yeah. The advanced. These aren't seen until later in the campaign. They will definitely know how to overwhelm you and in the end kill you. These will become more common as the campaign goes on, and will soon replace replace the formers, because just having the same weaker enemies the entire time will not be very fun because of the little upgrade system that I have planned for the items. Cantar, which means to sing in Latin, from what I have researched, often found separated from nearby hordes. This enemy will scream to alert the nearby hostiles. You do have a short window of opportunity to kill it, however, before the horde is alerted. Once they scream, a horde will be alerted, putting the party in a battle sequence. So I basically put these guys in mainly because I know you guys are going to be avoiding battle sequences, but like it's not a definite. If you run into them, you just have to kill them before they realize you're there. The elementals, the stats, and here's the pyro. You can guess what that means. A tanky infected which sets nearby surroundings ablaze, and even the other undead if provoked, and will cause constant burning damage to you if you get too close, yet again when provoked. Here's the overrides. Very, very, very balanced, and at least in my opinion, it's pretty balanced. And here's the conduit, a semi-corporeal cadaver with a fast movement speed that has electrical properties. This enemy stays out of reach and tends to send projectiles when engaged in combat. If it sees you first, the surprise that waits could be shocking. Here's the overrides for that as well. The spewer. This hostile will utilize corrosive projectiles that will melt through flesh and armor. Be careful once you are hit, though, since the next attack from any foe will do more damage. And how that works is like it's only the next attack from any foe, and that just means that they have +2 advantage to hit. And here's the overrides. And here's the fuse. Volatile and adamant to kill, this threat will run into any target and explode in hopes that they will kill somebody. Worry not, they do take some time to explode, so you can use a dex save to save yourself or others. Here's the overrides for that, and how I believe the fuse will work in multiple different combat scenarios, as if you are in a stealth section and you fail, and maybe there's like a Kantar, you can, like, that will scream and then alert a fuse, which will blow up a wall, and then a bunch of zombies will come through. Like, the average size of a horde that you will run into is like 6 at a time, because I don't want y'all to be in a battle sequence for like ever. So yeah, that is the enemies. Ask any questions in the comments below. Yeah.